Hi, welcome to the video. Today I am showing you one of my most recent repurchases. I bought this van basically for an impulse buy. I've always wanted a four-wheel drive van, and I've always wanted it to be military green because it looks cool. So I bought it originally just to paint it, put headers on it, and drive it. And I drove it as a daily driver for about 4 months, and then I let it sit after buying another vehicle. And then my dad bought it for me, and then he let it sit for about a year, and then I bought it back. So here I am in my van again. It is messy, to say the least. It is pretty messy. I mean, it's got junk laying around in it. The paneling's been removed. The back window right there has been removed because when he bought it, he ended up putting a window AC unit in it, and he had a generator mounted in the back. So when I bought it, I didn't get the window AC unit. Didn't want it. And I didn't get the generator, which I kind of did want, but didn't come with the deal. Also, the battery to the van didn't come with the deal because he got some special deal on that battery, and I don't know. So it's basically just a hunk of shit that I'm going to be working on because it needs a lot. The paint needs fixed a little bit because when he's had it parked, people have hit it and everything. If you could see, the door doesn't quite shut right. It's kind of annoying when you're driving and it's rattling. Oh, I had to put the spare tire on because that leaf spring is flat and it's starting to go the other direction. So it needs new leaf springs in the front. It needs better tires on it because these tires are tiny and they're like bicycle wheels on this thing. It needs the running boards removed. It needs the sliding door fixed, or just completely get rid of and put barn doors on it, which I think you can do. It needs the back window actually put on, which I have lying around in there, right there. It needs the sending unit in the gas tank changed. I have a new one of those. It needs the front brakes fixed because I don't really like the way they're working. It needs the exhaust fixed because that's just kind of cobbled together. And what else does it need? It needs the heater fixed. It needs the gas filler tube fixed because it leaks everywhere. It needs the intake manifold gasket needs changed, both of them I suppose. I call it one gasket because you kind of have to change both because it leaks the coolant out right here just a little bit. Not too much to worry about right now, but if you're going to be driving this thing every day, then it definitely would suck to have that go out while you're out somewhere. It needs the wiper motor changed, or the switch needs changed. It needs to get the gauges fixed better because they're just kind of working. This works just fine, the speedometer. I put this in, I put that in. This doesn't work because the sending unit is wrong. This needs hooked up. The what is that? The temperature gauge, or the coolant temperature. The tach needs to be put in because it's just tie wired right here, just temporary. And the running boards, yep, they need taken out. I think I already said that, but I don't know. That crap needs to go, and I do want to fix the paint because it is just destroyed. What else needs changed? This leaf spring, I'm gonna have to change it anyway. I gotta mount the off-road lights. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna put there because he took the winch. This is cool because this is actually for a railroad. You put those on your railroad ties and stuff to hold your track in, and that's how the winch mounted. It worked pretty well. The headlights need a line because this thing's pointing like that direction, not in front of you at all. What else does it need? I don't know yet. We'll find out when we get it going because it hasn't ran in a long time besides the half mile I drove it here. But that's pretty much it for what I got to do with it as of right now. And this is why I took the tire off and put the spare on, because when the leaf spring is bowed the wrong direction, so think of it like the leaf spring is supposed to be like, you know, arched like this. And when it bows the wrong direction, it does that. It actually ends up making your tire, it almost looks like your alignment is off. Unfortunately, I can't adjust that alignment on this axle. I looked into it, you can't. So I can't actually correct the camber in it. But it wore it out so much that it's getting, in some spots you can see the radial belts in it, so that needs taken out, and I need to put a different leaf spring in there, or I gotta change both the front ones anyway because the one's bad and I don't think you can do one at a time. It just doesn't seem logical to do one at a time because then it would just probably go out on the other side if I did that anyway. But it is so worn out, the only way to make it level is I gotta put a piece of wood about that thick on it to hold it up level so it would stand up for this. But yeah, it's pretty worn out, and that would be from the leaf spring boat wrong. And for those who don't really know much about these vans, the engines, you can access them from the inside, which is kind of cool, I think. It's a 351 Windsor with a C6 automatic transmission. It's got some regular headers on it with an exhaust system that does like a little X pipe and a dump down. I had a bunch of leftover exhaust parts. It has an electric choke, which wasn't wired in, so I just kind of half wired that in. It has an HEI distributor, which works very well actually. And by the way, the air filter is gone for it. Don't know where that went. And it doesn't smoke or anything. It runs really good. It looks like the engine was rebuilt, and I was told it was rebuilt by the people I bought it from, but they bought it as a rebuild, and they didn't know if it was rebuilt, so they had no proof it was, but it seems like it was, because I took apart the front of the engine to put new gaskets in it. It had aftermarket parts in there, like an aftermarket timing chain, camshaft, stuff like that. And this is not the stock intake manifold. This is a Edelbrock, I think a Performer RPM intake manifold. It's got a Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor, just basic stuff, and it actually performs pretty well. It's pretty fun to drive. So that's pretty much everything I had to do at this moment. Now there's going to be other stuff that pops up like all projects do. I mean, everything has something else wrong with it other than the outside and the inside. There's stuff that once you start driving, you're going to realize, hey, there's something else wrong here. I'm not sure what it is, but when you start this thing, it sounds like a cat is stuck somewhere under the hood. It is screaming when it first starts. And there's no horn, which kind of sucks, so probably an air horn will be put on here. Other than, what do I got right now? I got this. This is, oh, it broke. Well, isn't that lovely? So it does need a new horn. Naturally, it breaks. But other than that, we'll just get this thing going, figure out what we need to fix, and keep fixing it until it's actually a decent vehicle. And we'll just keep on making videos about it because there's going to be a lot of content with this van. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and by the way, I know it's another Ford. I have a Chevy pickup that I have to work on, and it's my father-in-law's right now. I bought it for him, and we'll be working on that, making videos about that. So there is Chevy stuff coming to the videos, so be prepared for that.